The plan. We spent the rest of lunch whispering, scheming. Brandon had connections, theater kids, tech nerds, even a few people who owed him favors. People love a good story, he said. Let's give them one where you're the star. And where Maya looks like the fool she is. I hesitated. But what if it just makes it worse? Brandon shrugged. Maybe it will. Or maybe it'll set you free. The first move. That afternoon, Lena cornered me at home. I heard what happened, she said, guilt heavy in her voice. Darren. I'm sorry. Save it, I muttered. No, listen. She grabbed my arm. I want to help. Please. I studied her face. For once, she actually looked sincere. I nodded slowly. Okay, but you have to do exactly what I say. The teaser. That night, with Brandon and Lena's help, we posted a video to the school's private social group. It started with a close-up of my face, no makeup, no costume, just me. My name's Darren. Or Danny. Or whatever you want to call me. You think you know my story? You don't. But you will. Fade to black. Brandon added a caption. Coming soon. The truth. The whole truth. And just like that, the whispers turned into a storm. By the next morning, the video had over 500 views, which, for our small school, might as well have been viral. People stared at me in the hallways, but this time, it wasn't all sneers and whispers. Some faces looked curious. Some almost respectful. And Maya? I saw her near the lockers, phone clutched in one hand, eyes narrowed. She knew something was coming. Setting the stage. Brandon and Lena worked like pros. Brandon convinced his drama club friends to help film the next part of our plan. Lena got the cheer squad to quietly spread the word. Something big is dropping Friday. And me? I rehearsed. Over and over. What I'd say. How I'd say it. How I'd own it. Because this time, I wouldn't let Maya tell my story. The lunchroom moment. Thursday at lunch, Maya tried to make her move. She stood on a table, holding up her phone. Hey, everyone. Since Danny, wants to be the star, maybe I should share some behind-the-scenes footage. Gasps rippled through the room. Phones came out. But before she could hit play, Brandon climbed up beside her. Don't bother, Maya. We've got something way better coming tomorrow. Maya blinked, thrown off. What? And it's gonna make you look really bad, he added with a grin. Lena appeared at my side, tugging my arm. Let's go. Let her squirm. We walked out together, leaving Maya fuming on her pedestal. The final video. Friday arrived. The whole school buzzed with anticipation. At noon, Brandon uploaded the final video. It opened with me, Danny, standing on stage in the auditorium, facing the camera head-on. I didn't ask for this. I didn't plan it. But here I am. And if you're going to laugh at me, fine. Just know this. I'm not ashamed anymore. I'm done hiding. Done being your joke. You want to call me Danny? Cool. That's part of me. You want to call me Darren? That's part of me too. The video cut to footage of Maya's blackmail, her demands at the party, her threats in the lunchroom, thanks to Brandon's friends who'd been secretly recording. Then it ended with one line. You tried to make me your puppet, Maya. But I'm cutting the strings. The aftermath. By the end of the day, everyone was talking, not about me, but about Maya. Her followers started peeling away, embarrassed to have sided with her. Teachers called her into the office. Even Caleb avoided her in the halls. Brandon clapped me on the back as we left school. Told you. You changed the rules. And Lena? She hugged me tight. I'm proud of you. For the first time in forever. I felt free. But as I walked home, I couldn't shake one question. Who am I now? Darren? Danny? Or someone entirely new? The weekend after the video dropped was like stepping into a different world. Where once there had been whispers and snickers behind my back, now there were nods. Smiles. People who looked me in the eye instead of looking through me. Maya? She kept her head down, her power shattered. No more taunts, no more threats. She became invisible in a way that I had once prayed to be. But instead of relief, I felt lost. Who am I now? Sunday night, I stood in front of the mirror again. No makeup. No borrowed clothes. Just me, Darren. But as I studied my reflection, I didn't see the boy I used to be. I saw someone in between. Someone who didn't fit neatly into any box. I pulled open my closet. Half my clothes were mine. The other half? Skirts Lena had handed down. A few blouses. A pair of boots she'd said looked good on you, just keep them. I touched the fabric and felt that strange flicker again, the one that was part fear, part excitement. An unexpected invite. Monday morning, as I walked into school, I found a note in my locker. Drama club needs you. Auditions after school. Please come be. I didn't have to guess who it was from. Brandon. When I caught up with him at lunch, he grinned. You were a natural in that video. We could use someone like you. I've never acted in my life, I protested. He shrugged. Neither had I. You'll be fine. Just try. Audition night. That afternoon, I found myself on the stage, script in hand, heart pounding. The scene was simple, a character torn between two identities, forced to choose who to be. Fitting, right? As I read, the words stopped feeling like lines and started feeling like mine. The spotlight wasn't blinding anymore. It was freeing. When I finished, Brandon clapped softly. So did the others. See, he said, coming up beside me. Told you. Natural. A new admirer? After the audition, someone was waiting outside the auditorium. It was Jessie, a quiet, artistic girl from my math class. Hey, she said, fiddling with the strap of her backpack. I saw your video. I think what you did was amazing. Brave. I blinked. Thanks. She smiled shyly. If you ever want to hang out or, talk. I'd like that. And just like that, my world shifted again. For the first time in what felt like forever, I wasn't dreading school. Brandon gave me a thumbs up as I passed him in the hallway. Lena walked beside me, protective in her way. And Jessie? Well, Jessie had started waiting for me at my locker each morning. We talked about everything and nothing, art, music, favorite books. And when I was with her, the noise of the school seemed to fade. A moment of peace. One afternoon, Jessie and I sat under the old oak in the courtyard, sketch pads balanced on our knees. Can I draw you? She asked suddenly. I hesitated. Like, Mimi? Or the Danny people think I am? Jessie looked at me with those soft, thoughtful eyes. I want to draw you. However that looks. For the first time, I didn't feel the need to hide. I brushed the hair from my face and smiled. Okay, go for it. The shadow returns. But peace never lasts long, does it? That Friday, as I left drama club rehearsal, I spotted Caleb leaning against the lockers, waiting. Hey, he called, falling into step beside me. I tensed. What do you want? He shrugged. Just wanted to talk. You've been acting like I'm the enemy or something. You called me pathetic, I reminded him, my voice low. He winced. Yeah, that was messed up. I didn't get it then. Still don't really. But I guess I don't have to. That surprised me. I saw the video, Caleb added, stuffing his hands in his pockets. It took guts. More than I've got. I blinked, unsure what to say. Anyway, I'm done giving you crap. He paused. If anyone else does, let me know. And just like that, he walked away. A twist I didn't expect. Later that night, my phone buzzed. A message from a number I didn't know. I saw what you did. Respect. Want to talk? M. Maya. I stared at the screen, heart pounding. What game was she playing now? I stared at the message on my phone for what felt like forever. I saw what you did. Respect. Want to talk? M. Maya. Every instinct told me to delete it. Block the number. Pretend I never saw it. But another part of me, the part that needed to know, that hated loose ends, typed back. Why? The reply came fast. Because maybe I owe you an apology. Meet me? Behind the gym. 6 p.m. The meeting. I paced behind the gym, heart racing. The sun hung low, casting long shadows across the cracked pavement. Maya appeared like a ghost out of those shadows. No smirk this time. No camera in hand. Just her, looking tired. I wasn't sure you'd come, she said, stuffing her hands in her hoodie pocket. Neither was I. We stood in awkward silence for a moment before she spoke again. You embarrass me, she said, but there wasn't venom in her voice. You turned it around. I didn't think you had it in you. I crossed my arms. Is that supposed to be an apology? Maya sighed. No. I mean, yes. Look, I was awful to you. I get it. I don't expect you to forgive me, but I don't want to keep being that person. The one everyone hates. I studied her, waiting for the catch. I saw how people turned on me, she continued. It sucked. But maybe I deserved it. I don't know. I want to stop fighting you. Can we? A surprising offer. Maya hesitated, then pulled something from her bag, a small envelope. I was going to use this to humiliate you again. But I didn't. I swear. Here. I opened it. Inside were photos, me at the party, but candid ones. Ones that could have been spun into something cruel. I didn't send them anywhere. I deleted the digital copies too, she said. Keep them. Proof I'm not lying. I was stunned. Why no? I asked. Maya shrugged. Maybe I'm tired of being the villain. The choice. I looked at her, really looked at her. And I saw the girl behind the smirk. The one who'd built walls so high even she couldn't see over them anymore. Okay, I said quietly. Truce. Her shoulders sagged with relief. But if you cross me again, I won't, she promised, and for the first time, I believed her. A new beginning? As she walked away, I felt something unexpected. Not victory. Not relief. Hope. Maybe, just maybe, the nightmare was over. But I knew my journey wasn't. Because as I turned to head home, Jesse's message popped up. Want to come over? I want to show you my latest drawing of you. And my heart soared. Jesse's house was a little old bungalow with wind chimes on the porch and wildflowers in the yard. The kind of place that felt safe the second you stepped onto it. I knocked, heart fluttering. She opened the door, smiling in that soft, nervous way that always made my chest feel weirdly warm. Hey, she said. Hey, I managed, suddenly hyper-aware of every breath I took. She led me inside. Her room smelled faintly of paint and lavender. Sketches and paintings covered the walls, landscapes, animals, abstract swirls of color. And in the middle of her desk sat her sketchpad. I finished it, she said, almost shyly. I wanted you to see the reveal. I sat beside her as she flipped it open. And there I was. Not Darren. Not Danny. Just me. Hair a little messy, one side tucked behind my ear. A hoodie and jeans that could have been anyone's. Eyes that looked uncertain, but strong. The drawing wasn't exaggerated. It wasn't polished to perfection. It was real. This is how I see you, Jesse said quietly. Not the labels. Not what people say. Just you. For a second, I couldn't speak. My throat felt tight. It's beautiful, I whispered. You're beautiful, she replied, cheeks pink. A moment of truth. We sat there in the quiet, and for the first time in what felt like forever, I didn't feel pulled in a million directions. I didn't feel like I had to choose between Darren and Danny. I felt like I could just be. Jesse nudged my shoulder gently. You don't have to figure it all out right now, you know. Just take your time. And somehow, that made the weight lift. The twist no one saw coming. But peace, as I'd learned, never lasted. That night, as I got home, Lena was waiting on the porch, her face pale. What's wrong? I asked, heart sinking. She held up her phone. Maya might be done, she said. But someone else isn't. She showed me the screen. A new account. A new post. A picture of me at the party. The caption. Thought Maya was bad? Meet the real showstopper. More to come. I stared at Lena's phone, my stomach in freefall. The account was called at Drama Unmasked. The post had already racked up dozens of comments, some laughing, some cruel, but many just curious. Whoever's running this account is a savage. Wait, wasn't Maya the villain? What's this? More to come? Lena grabbed my arm. We can report it. We can get it taken down. I shook my head, pulse racing. It'll pop up somewhere else. That's how this works. I felt like I was falling all over again. Like I was back at square one, only this time I didn't even know who was pulling the strings. The circle tightens. Brandon and Jesse came over that night. We'll figure this out, Brandon promised, pacing the room. There's always a way. Jesse sat beside me, her hand warm on mine. You don't have to do this alone. We brainstormed. We searched. We compared writing styles from the posts to people we knew. Nothing. Whoever it was, they were good at hiding. But Brandon's eyes lit up with an idea. What if we set a trap? The plan. Brandon explained. We post a fake leak ourselves. Something only this account would latch onto. We make it traceable. We feed them bait. Lena nodded slowly. And if they take it, we follow the trail. Jessie looked worried. What if it makes things worse? I thought about it. About how tired I was of being afraid. I'd rather fight than hide, I said. The bait. The next morning, Brandon and I posted a story to my drama club's group page. Private costume rehearsal tonight. No phones allowed. Trust is key. Brandon grinned. Let's see if our phantom can resist. By lunch, at Drama Unmasked had posted. Private rehearsal tonight? Maybe not so private after all. We had them. The twist. But as night fell and we set up the trap, hidden cameras near the auditorium, friends stationed to watch the exits, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched too. And as I peeked through the curtains, I saw a shadow slip into the building. Not Maya. Not Caleb. Someone I hadn't expected in a million years. It was one of the teachers. The shadow moved closer, slipping into the auditorium with a confidence that didn't match a nervous student trying to sneak a look. Brandon whispered beside me, eyes wide. That's Mr. Carter. I felt my heart stop. Mr. Carter. The chill drama teacher. The one who always said, this is a safe space. The one everyone trusted. And here he was, standing center stage, pulling out his phone and snapping photos of the empty set. The truth unravels. Lena, watching from the sound booth, texted me. What the hell? Why is it him? Brandon grabbed my arm. We need proof. Real proof. We slipped down the side aisle, hidden in the shadows. Brandon's phone camera peeked around a curtain, capturing everything. Mr. Carter taking pictures. Typing quickly. Probably posting. And then, like he felt the air shift, he froze. Looked around. Hello, he called. We didn't move. Barely breathed. Finally, he pocketed his phone and slipped out the back door. The confrontation plan. Backstage, we regrouped. He's the one who's been behind that account, I said, trying to process it. Why? What does he get out of it? Brandon scowled. Power. Control. Same reason Maya did it. Only he hid better. Jessie bit her lip. What do we do now? Lena crossed her arms. We expose him. But cleanly. Carefully. The setup. The next day, Brandon sent Mr. Carter an anonymous tip. Big reveal planned during Friday's assembly. Drama Unmasked will be unmasked. Better watch your back. And we waited. Mr. Carter took the bait. That afternoon, we caught him sneaking into the AV room, right where the assembly's tech equipment was kept, trying to delete or change whatever he thought would expose him. But what he didn't know, we'd already set up the AV team to record him. The final blow. Friday came. The whole school gathered in the gym. The principal announced a surprise presentation, thanks to Brandon's quiet work behind the scenes. On the big screen, the footage played. Mr. Carter. Sneaking. Taking photos. Typing posts. The room went dead silent. Mr. Carter tried to speak, but it was too late. The damage was done. The gym stayed silent for what felt like forever. On the screen, the final image froze. Mr. Carter, caught mid-sneak, phone in hand, guilt written all over his face. The principal stepped forward, face pale. Mr. Carter, my office. Now. Carter stammered, tried to explain, something about protecting the school's reputation, about keeping students in line, but no one was listening. He walked out, head down, while the entire student body stared. The aftershock. When the assembly ended, people didn't rush out like they usually did. They came up to me. Danny, that was epic. I'm sorry I ever laughed at you. You're seriously brave. Even Caleb clapped me on the shoulder. You're a legend now, he said, grinning. Guess I was the one being pathetic. Lena hugged me so tight I could barely breathe. Brandon gave me a mock bow. Jessie just beamed. And for once, I didn't feel like running. Owning it. That afternoon, I posted a message on the school's social group. No more hiding. No more masks. I'm just me, whatever that means, however it looks. Thanks to the people who had my back. To everyone else, I hope this helps you find yours. The responses came flooding in. Likes, comments, support. Maya even messaged me. You're stronger than I ever was. I mean that. The new beginning. Drama club meetings felt different now. I wasn't just the kid in the background. I was part of it. Jesse's sketches of me, real, raw, honest, ended up in the art show. And every day felt a little lighter. But the best moment? Brandon tossing me a script one afternoon. Lead role, he said with a grin. You've earned it. And for the first time, I believed him.